I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. Welcome to Grandpa's World. Yeah, the worst opening theme song ever.
I
Ever.
love it. I
Hey,
love
at
it.
least, hey, I dare somebody to copyright claim it because they obviously can't win that one.
No, definitely not. I have to
So,
put this down for 1 second because I'm gonna put my I have to charge my watch. I'll be right back. I'm here. I just gotta put the
uh-oh,
computer down for a
charge the
second.
watch.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. That's fine. I don't know why I said that's fair. That's fine.
I have I have my brother's old hand-me-down first generation Apple Watch.
Well, he obviously gave it to you a long time ago.
Years ago, and it still works
Yeah, because
perfect.
the only thing he's giving you now is a hard time.
Yes, very much so. And he's on like Series 10 or whatever the fuck Series Apple's on for their fucking watches now or whatever.
Well, of course he is, because while you were at home taking care of the loved ones, he was
Mhm.
out there making a career for himself, and you know, you could have
Mm.
spent that decade doing something and making movies, and who knows,
I should have.
you could be like Aaron Hawkins and making films. You know what I'm saying? But no, you were
Mhm.
taking care of the family.
Well,
And what you get in return? Fucked in the ass.
basically. And I don't even like that, whereas he probably does. I don't.
That's his thing. Yeah, yeah. But hey, at least I mean, I don't like to bring up your dirty laundry, but it just
No, I
it
enjoy
kind
it. It's fine.
of it kind of fit in our conversation.
I
So,
agree.
but
I concur.
but so
We'll see how tomorrow night goes.
what's tomorrow
That
night?
should be interesting. That's the meeting with the production company people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that late night meeting at like 10 p.m.
Yes, at
Like
10
some,
p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.
yeah, it's like some clandestine meeting late at night.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now I don't think we're gonna have our good buddy Murray watching us tonight because he's got some roofers over there trying to get his shingles done. So he might
Oh,
tune
that's
in
never
late.
fun.
I don't know. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see if he pops on here. But I don't think he's gonna get his show for tomorrow done. So I have to give a rerun, which is fine, all fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, ca- sometimes life gets in the way. So I'll just do a rerun and move on. But so was your Halloween good?
I mean, there were, like, no kids that came. I think I heard maybe 1 or 2 kids come to the other door, but I just, sat here and I watched, The Grinch Night and a few other things that were running on the channel. So that was, you know, interesting. But, that was about the extent of my, Halloween fun, or not so
Because I
much
remember,
fun, however you wanna look at it.
because I remember you telling me that there was. Let me mute that. I'm opening this up for. Okay. Remember last time we didn't get when I was on, we didn't get any kick, but we just got a kick. Uh,
Oh,
spam,
really?
but we got a kick. Yeah, it's spam.
Yes.
See, boom, spam. But
Oh, yes.
I wanted to open kick to see if just to see if we're getting. So I'm gonna open one more tab just in case we get any comments. Gonna go to my channel. And I'll mute it. So,
Well,
oh, it's already muted. So just in case I have it running in the background. But anyway, I remember you telling me, it was you didn't hear nothing. Then all of a sudden, you said you heard a bunch of kids screaming.
yeah, there were kids that were like they were like, I didn't look out the window to see, but it sounded like there was like a mob of them out there just like, like, "Hey, yeah," and I'm like, "Jeez, will you shut up? I'm trying to watch Donald, and I cannot watch Donald when you're, ah." Shut up. Like,
Yeah,
please, I don't need to hear it.
let's not mess
I'm not
up your viewing of Donald.
please. Yes, please don't disturb that. I enjoy it too much. It's one of the few things I have left in this world that are good. So we will we'll stick with that. But I have a question for you because I missed the beginning of your gaming thing yesterday. Um, was it yesterday or the day before that you were gaming? I can't remember. Ah, see, I like that. Did you make that banner up right now?
I did
Good.
just now on the fly. Yes,
Damn,
that
you can
I'll
type
be.
really quick.
Yeah, I'll leave it here too for future use.
I love it. That's great.
Now, what were you
Um,
asking?
so what is the deal with Grandpa the councilman? Now I'm putting pieces together that maybe um it's you have to spend a certain amount of money
No,
or
you have to if you're going to spend or collect at least $2,500, you
Mhm.
have to do this thing called you have to do a finance report packet. But
Oh,
if you're not gonna raise and spend that kind of money, you can get a waiver.
oh, I
There's no way in hell I'm gonna spend that kind of money. So I'm just gonna say, screw it. And I mean I still have to fill it out, but I have to mark the box that I'm exempt because I'm not
right.
gonna spend any of my money. I mean, I'll spend some of my money. My wife said I could spend up to like 200-300 bucks, but I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm going to spend any money. I'm just gonna see if I can do it word of mouth using social media, but we'll see. I don't have any aspirations of winning, just to be honest there. So, you know, but I don't know what city we are because there's different cities. There's a first class city which
Mhm.
requires up to 3,000. So it says all village and town offices 20 to 100. But I don't know what my town is. Let me look it up real quick. Let me see.
I wonder because that's so think here. What the hell was I thinking? So now, and I guess I have to be in your town to sign the petition. Like I can't sign it here.
You can't.
Ah,
Yeah, I can't cheat
damn it.
that way.
It, let me see. Can I get citizenship to your town? Let me see. How do we
Mm.
do that? Maybe I can, or residency in your town. Like I can have a dual residency here and in Wisconsin. I don't know. I'll do something. I need to do something because that way, because I'd vote for you in a second. I want you to win.
I know you
I need you to
I
be
know you would.
congress or councilman.
You 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 go over to the damn you'd go over to the you'd go to the graveyard and dig up people and fucking have them, you'd take out a pen and put it in their hand and go,
Hey, if I could get a pen in Donald's ashes, I would have him do it for you too.
yeah.
I mean,
I can't okay. Okay, let's see. Is oh, I can't even spell my own town.
Jesus Christ, you type so fast. I can't believe it. That's
Okay, where I
amazing.
live is not a class 1 city, but it has a significant number of registered sex offenders. I didn't ask about damn sex offenders.
Wow.
Why the hell would it get why would Bing
Great.
why would Bing it's like Janesville is not considered a class 1 city, but it has a significant number of registered sex offenders. I didn't even ask about that. I was asking for election purposes.
That is, that is the best. That is the best.
That's the most stupidest thing. This is why people shouldn't use. Okay,
Is that
Janesville is not classified a class 1 city. It is classified as a class 5 census class code. So I don't know what that means. That could be good news for me because if that means I might only need like 50 to 100 I could probably get 50 signatures. So I'll have to see. I
Do you
got
know
time.
50
It's
people
not.
in the town?
It's, it's not. I'm a slut. I'll fucking go. I'll fucking go and I'll stand outside Walmart. If the Girl Scouts can sell cookies outside Walmart,
Mhm.
I can maybe get signatures, but I can go anywhere
That's right. You,
and do it. So, well, I only really need, well, my wife is a signature. My daughter is a
mhm,
signature.
mhm,
My son and his roommate and his wife or husband, I'm sorry, could be, that's five. And then
right,
Murray would probably sign it. So there's
mhm,
six right off the bat. So I've already got some signatures and haven't even started. But me and the wife are gonna focus on. It's just been a busy week for her and busy week for me. But I got the packet. Like I said, I was just looking at the PDF. I have a PDF of it, so I was just looking at it. Said if not claiming the exception from reporting requirements, I got to get a financing, but I'm going to do that. So, but
yeah,
Google has this thing I'm going to fuck around with. It's really
mhm,
weird. I don't know if you've heard of it. I can't show it to you because it's got private information,
right,
but it's called Notebook LM, and you can
hmm,
load things into it, and AI, like mine says, I uploaded the PDF for the election requirements, and it breaks
mhm,
down, and you can use AI to help you, but it's called Notebook LM. Now,
mm,
when you go to google.com and you can look up in the corner and it gives you all
mhm,
that drop box. It's got YouTube, Gmail, Play, Drive, Keep, Maps, all that stuff. Even
right,
Gemini's in there, but it doesn't have one for that Notebook LM because it's so new. But I might tweak around with it too, see if it can help me figure out some of the things. I mean, it's funny that this whole thing started because I'm
mhm,
against a data center in my town,
right,
but yet I like AI. And obviously AI needs a data center. But my whole thing is
right.
you shouldn't put a data center in a community smack dab in the middle of the goddamn city. Go out in the country and do it. You know what I mean? Where it's off in the
Yeah, no,
off in the middle of nowhere.
I yeah, I agree with you 100% there.
So I'm not against the idea of having a data center. It's just it should be out of the metropolitan area. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh,
I'm not,
100%, definitely.
right. Yeah. I'm not trying to be a douche nugget, but I just think it needs to be,
Yeah,
because of
you
sound,
definitely
pollution. Yeah, yeah.
oh,
I don't
just
know why they like to build
so
them
much.
in residential areas though. I don't know why. It seems dumb.
Okay, okay, now I have something, and you're gonna think this is really stupid, and it probably is. And I can Google it, but because you know what it is and you're running because of it, maybe you can help me out here. But what in the fuck is a data center anyway? I get that
It's
it's like data and information, but like, is it like tied to AI and stuff like that? Like, what's the
Yeah, a data center is a building that's just full of computer servers and
mhm,
nothing but computer equipment. And they usually, from what I understand, um, because it requires a lot of electricity. Not only do you got to power the building and the lights and everything, but all those servers and computers need to be running. And then it's
right?
got to have internet and everything. And then so you've got modems. So on top of the basic computers, you got a building full of modems, networking, routers, all sorts of stuff. And then it's got to have water because they pump water through everything to keep it cool. Instead of just using tons and tons of fans, they use water.
Oh,
Now, they're telling us that they're self-contained, that they'll pull
mm,
in a bunch of water at the beginning
right.
and then it's a self-containment. so the water never evaporates and goes away, and it just keeps recirculating it. But I don't buy that, because when you heat water, it evaporates. Now, I'm not an
Yeah.
expert. I'm just going by the information that I found on the internet. And the funny part is, if you ask AI if data centers are bad for a community for the electric bills and the water bills, it was honest and said yes. So you've got all these community people and these data center people trying to lie to us and tell us, oh, it won't be a problem. Your own AI is telling us it's going to be a problem. I'm going to believe your AI before I'm going to believe you. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I
Hey,
don't know. But
you would you would
but yeah,
think
we don't.
though that they would fix that. You know what I mean? That they
Right.
would know that their AI is saying that and that they would fix it.
Yeah. Cause so there's like people all over, um, with signs in their yards saying, no data centers.
Mhm.
So, oops, spelled it wrong. So there's a lot of people in this town that do not want it. So
Right.
we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah. There we go. So, but I just, like I said, I'm not against us. I'm not against Wisconsin having them. Just like I said, buy some farmer's land and put it way the fuck out there where it's not going to bother anybody.
I mean,
So,
it just yeah, I mean, it just yeah, why couldn't they? Because it doesn't seem like it needs to be, like, in your area at all. It really, like,
no.
doesn't.
See,
I
they're
don't
built
get
and they want to build it. We had a GM plant here, but
that.
GM closed it down in 2010. I moved here in 2010. So when we moved here, I've only lived in this town for what, 15 years. Um, but when we moved here, they had just closed the plant.
Mhm.
And so this town's been trying to rebuild. But from what we understand, that land is contaminated and the cleanup is going to be expensive. But if they build a data center, they'll do the cleanup and everything. But here's the problem. Here's another problem. From what I understand from the meetings, they want they're going to sell them the land for a lot of money,
Mhm.
and then they're going to never have to pay property tax. And I don't think that's right either.
No, that's not wow.
See, so that's why I think, if they're gonna come, they need to fucking, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, 100%. 100% definitely they need to fucking they should have to they shouldn't get special treatment, and that's what it sounds like that,
right,
that's bullshit.
right, and we're, like I said, we're all, it seems like there's a lot of people, uh,
Mhm.
against it, like really against it. So we'll have to see how it goes. But as for now, uh, I'm hoping they change their mind. But a lot of people think it's a done deal. But the people need to realize that, we need to vote on it. It's not like somebody wants to open up a restaurant or a new retail store. This is something major. So we should vote on this. Just like when they did the wheel
Yeah.
tax, you know. But see, that's the thing. They're telling us, oh, if they come along, because when we register our cars, it's like
Mhm.
$85 a year in Wisconsin to register your car. But
Oh, shit.
Janesville has a separate wheel tax that's $40.
Mhm.
So it's $85 plus the 40. Now I have personalized plates. So for me, it's $140 a year to renew my plates because they're personalized. But and they're also a special plate. I don't have your typical. I have the Road America plate. I don't have the basic Wisconsin plate. So I pay 140. Where uh my wife's truck is like $85. But it's only like $40, I think, to register a vehicle. And then you add in our wheel tax. Well, they're claiming if this data center comes, there won't be a wheel tax anymore. They'll be able to get rid of it. See, they're trying to sweeten the pot to get us to say yes. And I'm like, no, because we're not going to see an impact on our electric bill and our water bills right away. It could take a couple of
Right.
years. But I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at I'm looking at later on down the road kind of situation. I really believe that uh it's going to hurt us in the long run. And if you go and read or go to YouTube and just look up data centers, and you'll see communities, Amazon builds them too. And every community says their water quality's gone down, it's loud, their electric bills have gone up. And that's why I don't understand why people in this town who are like, I mean, are we sure this is a bad thing? Get off your lazy ass and look it up, and you'll see for yourself. Yes, it is. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Um, I
So
don't know.
wait, do people so is there's not a projected start time for this yet, is there? Like,
No, because they haven't sold them the property. Nothing's moved forward. That's what I'm saying. This thing isn't
this
gonna.
thing isn't gonna
It's in the
it's
early
in the real
stages. I don't think this is gonna go full blown. If it's a done deal already, they won't even start building it till next year. If it's not a
right.
done deal, then a deal won't be closed until next year. So we have to wait and see how it plays out. But if it does get approved, it probably wouldn't even be built and up and running until probably 2027 or yeah, 2027 probably. But and they would do it in phases. Like they'd build one building first, put computers in it and have it up and running probably in like 2026, but getting
Mm,
the full filling out the entire piece of property with everything they want probably take them into 2028. But I'm like I said, I'm hoping that we don't uh that the city goes, yeah, we should let the people vote, because that's where I stand. What's the people want?
right.
Like I said, I am
Yeah.
against it. But if I was on the city council and the people voted yes, then I'd be like, okay, well, then we're going to pass it because that's what the people want. But you got to ask us. You can't just make decisions this major on your own if it's going
Oh,
to
no,
affect us.
not at all.
If they want to, like, this town has a lot of chicken restaurants and people complain about that. But at the end of the day, if a company comes in and says, hey, we want to build another chicken restaurant, okay, they give them permission. It's not going to hurt the community to have it there, because if we don't want it there, we'll stop eating there and then they'll go out of business and then they'll be gone anyway. So at least
Yeah.
when it comes to a new business, we can get rid of them by just not going there. But the data center is not a normal business. So there's nothing we can do once it's built. We can't, there's no way we could force it to close down.
Yeah, but that is so weird. Now you're bringing up chicken. So you're telling me that there's like a lot of chicken restaurants in your area, but that just seems like so much fucking competition.
Dude,
Chicken.
it is so sad and pathetic. We have a Lanes and a Canes across the street from each other.
Oh God, canes. Why?
They're catty
Why?
corner right across the street from each other. You could
That is
The
the dumbest
Canes and
thing.
Lanes workers could stand outside and wave at each other and throw paper airplanes. I mean, it's ridiculous. Only one of them is going to
Who?
survive at the end of the day. I guarantee you,
Right.
only one is going to survive at the end of the day,
Mhm.
because there is absolutely no way that two chicken strip joints can survive across
No,
the street from each
I've never had lanes, but I've had canes, and I love canes. Canes is fucking great.
My
So
problem, my problem with those restaurants is chicken strips are expensive. For
yeah.
the price, okay, let's say there's 5 people in my family, right? For
Hmm.
the price of us to go and all get chicken strips at Canes or Lanes would probably be like $100. My
Holy
wife could
shit!
my wife could buy $100 worth of chicken and feed us for a whole week, not just one night,
Right.
a whole week. So that's why we tend to stay away from we tend to stay away from fast food,
Hmm.
um,
Oh
because it's
yeah.
just too
Because
expensive. Like I said, like I
oh, dude,
said, we took our granddaughter to Culver's and we had a meal and dessert. I bought her a little plushie, Culver's mascot plushie, and we
Oh,
spent about $100 that day for one meal. But it
right.
was with our granddaughter, and we don't do it often,
Mhm.
so I didn't mind it. So if we take her out, and and it was the first time we ever went anywhere alone with her. Usually, she just goes places with her mom, but we told her mom we wanted to take her, and she said, "Yeah, go ahead." So we took her. We went to see our son. Went to
Mhm.
see his roommate to talk to him about changing the alternator in his truck, and uh, we took Lily with us, and then Lily went to Culver's afterwards, and she had chicken strips, fries, and an ice cream cone, which was a mistake. Ended up getting a bowl because she had ice cream everywhere. It was sad because she's only what? She's only 6.
Right.
My wife said I was a dumbass for giving a 6-year-old an ice cream cone, but I thought she could
Well,
pull it off, and she didn't. So
so that Culver's meal, if I mean, how much would you say that cost, like, for the 3 of you to, like,
well,
eat?
her meal was 6.99. Kids meal 6.99. My wife got the shrimp dinner, and that was like
Mhm.
$14. I got the Alaskan cod dinner, and that was $17. And
Ooh,
then I had an extra 3 shrimp put on there for $6. So, it was expensive. And then our shakes were like $3 or $4 after. So that's what I'm saying. It's expensive. It was good food. I got
right.
up for $17. I got 3 pieces of fish,
Mhm.
uh, 2 rolls, French fries, and coleslaw. So it was a decent meal, but it was expensive. But like I said, we probably won't do it again for another month or so because winter's here. It's cold. You can stay inside, but it didn't bother me. But I can't imagine families eating out, once or twice an entire week, every week.
Yeah,
That seems
yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
Like, that's
you
the
can't.
thing, dude. I was just like, fast food is just so fucking expensive anymore. It's crazy, you
Well,
know?
okay.
It's
So
like,
here's my question to you. You sent me that picture the other night. How much did it cost for you to have that coffee delivered to your house? All in total for one coffee.
well, no, I didn't just get 1 coffee. I got, let's see. Alright, so I got, uh, I got a coffee, the pumpkin spice. I got, toast, um, like, 2 slices of buttered toast, and a bacon and egg omelet burrito with no cheese, just bacon and egg. Um, I got a vitamin water, and well, the bacon and egg burrito, that was for breakfast the next morning, because I plan ahead. And then, what the hell? Oh, and then I got a salad and a honey hot chicken tender snack wrap, which was basically just like one little chicken tender in a fucking pita wrap thing.
Okay.
And that was through DoorDash. So with tip and everything, it was probably 36.
36?
Yeah, like 36 bucks.
That's expensive, man.
Yeah, no, it is. But that's well, see, gotta look at it this way too. I wasn't paying for it. My aunt wanted to do something nice for me, so she's like,
Oh,
"Here,"
okay.
she's like, "Get yourself something to eat." So I was like,
Oh,
"Okay."
okay.
Now see, if I'm getting it for myself, then I'm not getting, like, the extra fucking burrito thing to have for breakfast the next day. You know what I mean? I'll just get the salad and the other so if I get it for myself, I'm probably paying, like, maybe 25, but then again, I don't get everything when I do that. I get just, like, the salad, um, I get probably a vitamin water, and then I get like usually like a toasted bagel or something with butter to have with the salad because I like to have like a bread or something when I have salad. I don't know why that is. I'm crazy like that, I guess. I don't know. But but I really, But yeah, but
See,
that's
I mean,
because she was paying for it, so I was a little.
see, I understand why you use delivery. Um,
Mhm.
because for one, you don't drive, and for
Correct.
two, I mean, you can walk, but let's be honest,
Dude,
you can barely walk to the
so
mailbox. So I can't see you
so
walking to a convenience store.
so the Wa okay. So the Wawa that I DoorDash from is, 1.3 miles away. So it would probably take me shit, um, it would probably take me a while to get there, and even
Right.
still, when I get there, how do I carry the shit, you know,
You'd
here?
have to have a backpack because you have your stick, so you'd have to have a backpack on.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, but then I'm thinking to myself, "Okay, but then how do I carry the actual coffee
Right, that's what I'm saying.
along
You
with
could put the
everything
food in your
else?"
back you could put the food in your backpack. You'd have to get a thermos and pour your coffee into the thermos, put your thermos in the backpack.
I mean, that's possible, but it's just I
You
don't
could
know,
do it,
it
it would just be
seems
a headache, but it would
Oh,
take you
yeah.
a long
Mm.
time to walk. So I understand. See, we don't use DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of that stuff because the item that let's say I want a Big Mac, for example, and the
Yeah.
Big Mac's $8 at McDonald's. Okay, the Big
Oh,
Mac
yeah,
meal
sure.
or the Big Mac itself is like $8 at McDonald's. If I get it through DoorDash, now it's like a $12 Big Mac. Okay, maybe not
Oh,
that
yeah.
high, but it still costs more. And then on top of the Big Mac being up in price, I still have to pay the delivery fee and then tip the guy
Well,
because
okay,
I don't
so
like
I
tipping.
have
I hate. Go ahead.
you don't like t so yours okay. Yeah, so that's like the cripple doesn't like tipping either. Um, see, but so, um, but the thing is now you gotta remember this too with the DoorDash that I do, I'm a member, so I pay 9.99 a month to DoorDash, and I don't
Mhm.
have any, like, delivery fee or anything like that. That gets chopped right off, and the
Okay, so
service fee gets reduced.
okay.
It's like 10 bucks a month for that. So if you want DoorDash, technically, I can order you DoorDash from my account and have it sent to you. All I have to do is put in your address as a delivery address, and there won't be any delivery. Dude, we gotta try that. Oh my god, we have to try that.
See,
I
I don't okay,
oh,
I don't like tipping, but I will tip delivery drivers because they're they're delivering food. That's why I usually don't do delivery because I don't like tipping. But I do
right.
tip when there's a delivery. And I do
Mm,
tip when I go to a restaurant. If I sit down and someone's going to bring me food and pour my drinks and all that, I do tip.
right,
When I say I don't like tipping, I don't like tipping, but I do tip. Now, where I
right,
don't tip is when I go to Subway and I order my food to go and I'm standing there and I tell them to make it, oh, I want this, this, and this. And then at the end, there's an option to tip. No, I'm not tipping because you're
yeah,
already getting paid to do this in the first place. This is your fucking
right.
job. You don't get a tip. So I don't tip those
Yeah,
people. But I
that I
tip
agree with.
waitresses. Right. I tip waitresses and servers. I tip the delivery guy. Um, if it's a place like we have a place in town called Luke's, it's a deli. Hot dogs, hamburgers, gyros, all that kind of stuff. Gyros, however the fucking anybody wants to pronounce it. So it's a deli. They don't really pay that well and they're always busy. Those people we tip because we do eat there But you'd have to see the place. But I do tip that because it's not some big corporate entity. So those people aren't making $20 an hour. So and it's busy. They'll get slammed sometimes. So those people we tip. But we are good tippers. We aren't when we go somewhere, we do 30%.
Mhm.
So, unless you give us bad service, we will 10% your ass. You can give me the worst service in the world, I will still tip you. But if you suck, you're going to get that 10%. And trust me, 10% ain't shit. You want that 20%, that 30%.
Yes, you do.
But we don't go out often. So I don't mind tipping, but like I said, I don't like tipping. It sucks. I don't understand why in this day and age we're still doing you get paid 3.15 an hour to be a waitress and you got to survive on tips. Let's do away with tips and just pay these people 15, $20 an hour and make tips optional. You don't have to get rid of them, but make it to where if I go somewhere, I don't feel guilty because I didn't tip you because you're already making good money. You know,
Right.
tips to me is something you should get when it's something when you go above and beyond, you should get a tip.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I took my car in for detailing and then I go get it back and it's like $180 to detail it. And then you look at the car, you're like, my God, this thing looks brand new. Oh my God, you got rid of that stain and that mark and that scuff. Holy shit, dude. And you give him $20 extra. That's a tip, He went above and beyond. We need to go back to being that way with everything, even food. Waitresses and waiters should be paid a living wage. And if they go above and beyond, then we'll get a tip. Because a lot of these waiters and waitresses do a shitty job because they know, they're going to tip us anyway. It's like they would go above and beyond if they were trying to get a tip instead of just
Right.
expecting it. And from what I understand, I don't know for sure, but I think somebody once told me who lived over in Europe, they don't do tipping over there. Unless, it's
Really?
not like it is here. They get paid a living wage to be a waitress and waiter. Tipping is an option.
Mhm.
Technically, tipping's an option here too, but I would feel like a total dick knowing this lady's got a kid at home and she's making 3.15 and, I didn't give her anything. That's a conscience thing, you know what I mean?
Right. No, dude, I totally get what you're saying. And then, like, if you have like parties of like 10 or 15, like at least 10 people, they automatically tack on 20% to your bill at that point.
Right.
Some places do that, I noticed.
I'm going to try this real quick. Now that I just thought about it. I'm going to sign in on my Google
Oh yeah,
and see if it kicks me
that's
out
right.
because you're here. So, but hey, at least we found out, me and you, that
Hmm.
because I screwed up and left the room, that if no one's in the room while it's live, the
Yeah.
room stays live. I was
Yes, it
like,
does.
because when I went to sign back in to come back into the room, and I went to gave you the little box where you test your camera and everything, it told me that there was already a live broadcast going on, and I was like, really? I'm not in there. And sure enough, there it was. I'm just waiting for my
Great.
phone to load.
And
Or trying to sign in. There we
imagine
go.
if we left now and the people that are watching would just see the background.
Yeah, that's all they see is the scroll and my dumb
Yep.
dog. All right, let's see here. Grandpa's World Studio. And uh-oh.
I
I think it's
wonder.
gonna let me do it. Let's see.
Well, okay, and then I'll tell you what they told me. If it lets you do it, I'll tell you what they
Well,
told
I'm
me.
gonna mute my microphone so there's no echo. So let me mute the microphone. Enter studio.
Okay. Did you
It kicked me
hear
out.
yourself?
It kicked me out,
What
bro.
is it?
I don't know, man.
Oh, did it? It did
Yeah, it
kick you
kicked me
out?
out.
Oh, it
So,
kicked
but
you
I'm
out of
gonna
the other
see if
one.
it lets me sign in now. Maybe I have to be on the phone first.
So it might kick me off the phone. Let's see. But yeah, it totally booted me out. But let me come back in the main room and get off the phone because I can't hear you because I got my earbuds in. So
Oh, yeah,
let's see if it's.
yeah, yeah.
It kicked me out of the studio and then it kicked me off the phone. So no matter what, it won't let me be in there on two different devices.
I wonder if it'll let me be on there because I never tried being on there in 2 different devices.
Well, now you could try now.
But I bet you it'll let you go on there on your phone because they said that it's not restricted.
It is for
You
me.
know what I mean?
You saw it
Well,
kicked me
no,
out.
it might not. Well, let me see if it does for me. Hold on. This is gonna be something that this is great. This is fun for people because we're testing things live. I love it. It's my favorite. All right, let's see here. Do 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 do. I see Grandpa's world
There you go.
going into studio.
Because as soon as you kick in, soon as you
Wow.
go, as soon as I hit enter studio,
I'm hitting enter studio now. Let's see what happens.
yep, there you go. Yep, yep. See? Now, when you go back into the studio on your computer, it's gonna kick you off the phone. Your phone has a better camera, by the way. Need to get you a better camera for your computer. Just saying.
This is whatever was built into the
Laptop.
studio. Yeah, that's the okay. Wow.
See, you
Well, at
look
least
better. You should get a tripod and just broadcast from your phone.
I should do that. I could probably do that.
Because it
I
makes
should.
your room look so much brighter.
Yeah, look at that. That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm.
Look at you
Uh,
sound better on your computer, but you look I mean, look at the difference. You look like you're in a room, in a smack den or something. It's so hazy, but on your iPhone, it was so bright. It was like, dude,
yeah. No, dude. Well, because that's like a fucking what that
I have
was the I'll have to do that. That might be a good idea to try to fucking do one of these days.
I got one. I have it right here. I'm not gonna hook it up, but see, I got a big old tripod, and it's
Well,
got
see, I got a tripod. I do have a tripod because I bought one.
one holder.
I have it right here because I bought one when I was gonna do Circus Titanicus for Morgan
See, and
because
it
I was gonna
mine
shoot
can
my
even,
scenes.
and mine can even go. I've got it extended only to the first, but I can
Mhm,
extend it even more, and it would be really tall. But I don't need it that much because I sit in my chair. So I have it set up to where it's on my chair. I got it cranked to the right size. I just put the phone in
mhm.
there. And so yeah, you look. The problem with the phone though is, hold on. Let me put this away. Problem with the phone is
Mhm.
you have see my Kiss guitar. It's in the closet, but Kiss.
Whoa,
It's
nice.
the guitar for the games on the PlayStation. Dun, 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 dun,
I, li-
dun.
I like that.
The
Love that a lot.
problem is your
Dude, well,
picture.
I do have headsets. I do have a headset that I can use for my phone because I have a headset that I use for my phone. Like this headset that I'm using now is what I use when I'm either doing this on the computer or I'm watching movies.
Here,
Because
I'll show you. Let me show you here. I'm gonna share this with you. It's gonna be weird, but I'm gonna share this with you.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks weird because of the thing, but see, it says right here, Michael J's camera probably has low FPS.
Yeah,
That went away
it
when
shows
you
up on mine too.
right, but it wasn't there. I didn't get that warning. I didn't get that
On your
warning when you
microphone.
were on your I didn't get that warning when you were on your phone. So if you could,
Yeah,
but
well, that's
on your phone, you sounded bad. Like that,
well,
it sounded. It did. You sounded like you were in mono, not in stereo.
really
You have a headset that would work with it. We should go in and test one day because I think you'd be better off actually using your camera. I mean,
on the
I
phone.
just your
Well,
phone.
dude, I do you want to here? How about you do this? How about you talk for a second? Because I can switch. Because I have
Well,
my other headset right here.
here's going to be the problem though. It's okay when you do the show with me because I can handle all this stuff. I can handle all this stuff on the side. You know how
Right.
hard it's going to be for you to produce a show on your phone?
Well, yeah. I mean that wouldn't be like I would actually have to have you would actually have to produce for me if I did it.
Right. You'd have right. So that's
You,
what I was saying. I mean,
why do they do that though? That is so stupid. Why can't they
yeah,
just let us go in? I mean,
that's
it's
the
the
one thing
fucking
That's the one thing StreamYard let you do. You could go in on your phone. That's why
yeah.
I second that's why I need a second monitor or figure out the second monitor thing because I can't that's why I can't see comments when I'm going live playing games because I don't see uh I can't see the comments.
Yeah, not that just see, I don't like that. I think that they should allow us to I really think they should just allow us to go in and do that. Like that's I mean, come on, guys. What are you doing?
Right.
Make our lives easier. We
Right.
deserve easier lives. Come on.
Right.
Like
They don't want
let
to
us
help us.
right. They just want to make everything fucking difficult. Like, just let us go on our goddamn phones and then the other thing. Because when I emailed them, they're like, no devices restricted. You should be able to go on any device, but I guess you just can't go on any device that, you know, you can't be on multiple devices at once, which sucks. Should not be like that at all. I hate that
Right.
damn thing. That really is disappointing. It's like, what the fuck am I paying for? I left you guys because I didn't want to pay the fucking stream. I came to those guys because I didn't want to have to pay the fucking StreamYard increase because I
Right.
thought that was insane. And I'm paying fucking, 50 a month. It's like, let me be on my phone and on the other thing because you can have multiple. It says you can have multiple cameras.
Right.
I swear I can have multiple cameras. That on this plan, I'm pretty sure I can have multiple cameras. So I don't understand that. Like, makes no sense. It really makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't but how much more is StreamYard though?
I mean, I'll have to look, but dude, it was like the plan that we were on, the plan that I'm paying $50 for here, which was what I was paying at StreamYard. They rose that from $50 to $88 a month.
Damn.
And it's like, I'm like, I love it, but I don't want to fucking pay $80 a month to or $88 a month or so to just do these shows. And it's like we would need that because if I would have gotten a lesser account, it wouldn't have worked for, what we're trying to do here.
Right.
That's the
No, I
whole
mean
thing.
it. Oh yeah, I
You know,
definitely,
so,
don't think you should switch if it's,
I mean, if they
I don't.
if they did go back in and lower their price, which I don't think they did, but
They
now I fucking wanna. I'm gonna fucking go to StreamYard now and look and see if they fucking did, because I'm I'm
now you're
I'm
gonna
I'm
go look.
curious. I'm curious now. Oh, it's taking me into the fucking TV thing because that starts with stream too. Uh, StreamYard.com. Let me go there and see what they're doing. Because they're gonna make me. They'll make me. Here, let me go to pricing. They'll make me go back to it. Hold on. Core. Accept. Free 7-day trial. Let's do 6 hours. Okay, well let me know how much. See, this is where they fucking get you. Because they're not showing me actual prices. They're just like start 7-day free trial, start 7-day free trial for individuals only. This plan is for individual use only. If you're using this service on behalf of a business or an organization, please choose a business plan instead. Oh wow, they're really trying to get you on there. Let's see. Because Core doesn't see, and even for the advanced, you can only stream up to 8 destinations at a time.
So they're still not the best one.
Yeah, because we can get up to 9 destinations on EVMux at a time.
Okay.
And yeah, and the advanced, it says something about an extra camera, but it's not telling me how much they're fucking. I want it like that's the thing. I want to know what your prices are, and you're not like, dude. They're being like. Let me go to fucking. Hold on, I'm gonna go because dude, I'm fucking dying to know because it just gives me 3 plan options for individual, and it just says that start 7-day free trial. Start 7-day free trial. And it's like I want to know what the fucking prices are before I start the fucking free trial. But as of now, we would be down a destination,
Right.
you know? Let me see. They're not giving us, dude, they're not giving you any prices. They're just
I'm gonna
telling
look.
you what the features are on each plan.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. The basic plan is $20 a month. The professional
Yeah.
plan is $49 a month. And you can make a custom business plan for $44.99, but I don't know what that means.
So wait, the business plan is 40. Well, wait. So yeah, but it was 88. So did they go
That's just
down?
what I'm going.
So
That's what I'm just going by here.
what did you Google?
I
Did you
just
Google?
Googled how much is StreamYard.
Huh. All right.
It says the
Hold
professional
on.
plan is 49.
Because that's what I was paying. That's what I was doing before. That's what I was doing before. So what the fuck? Okay. So streaming pricing starts. Basic plan is 25. Professional plan is 49. Higher tiers like premium or growth for 99 or 299 per month. That
Okay,
doesn't
here's
work.
how it
Tell me.
goes. Monthly is free. Hold on, let me close some of these tabs because it was giving me some goofiness. Okay. Okay, maybe that'll
Oh, okay. I see it now.
So it's
I see
free.
it.
The free one gives you one destination, 6 participants, up to 720p, 2 hours a month, 2 hours a month for recording, and you have to have the logo. The core is $44.99, or you can pay annually. You'll save $10. You get 3 destinations, get 10 participants, 1080p, unlimited recording, custom branding. The advanced is $88.99 a month. Or you can pay $68.99 a month. If you pay a year up front, you'll save $20 a month. You can get 8 destinations, 10 participants, 4K quality, up to 4K. Local recording unlimited, full custom branding, standard support. A business account is $299 a month.
Yeah.
$249 a month if you pay yearly, and you get 10 destinations. So it seems like the advanced plan is $88.99 a month at StreamYard, but you only get 8 destinations. It doesn't seem like it's worth it just so we can be on the phone. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Because we're at 9 right now. We're literally at
Right.
9 right now. You know.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, that fucking. Yeah, I mean, and that's just, yeah, that just sucks. I mean, at least we know we can access the studio and stuff on the phone. Like we can do that if need be, so at least we know that part of it. So that's something, but still, like, holy shit. Ugh. Like I just don't get this.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like,
understand. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna let it derail me. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so it doesn't wanna let me do it. That's fine. Eventually, maybe it will.
hey, I mean, you never know. Maybe dude, if it gets to a point where we have enough of you know, people watching or whatever, then maybe I'll see about upgrading or doing something. But it's like for now, it's just it's easier to. Well, I'm not gonna even say it's easier, but it's easier, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess in a sense it is easier to just do this, but still, it's like it's fucking ridiculous. Like I just don't. Wow.
Like I said, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna let it. You know, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna cry.
I mean, I'm sure that there's other shows that are, on StreamYard, and they're probably doing the basic plan for the 25 because they're just doing like one, you know what I mean? Like they're just doing
Right.
one show, so
Right.
it's
If
and
we if
only
we
on
were
like a few destinations.
right, if we only wanted to be on like a few destinations, um, I could see us staying on StreamYard, but we
Yeah,
really we wanna be everywhere, you know,
right,
because that's how that's the only way we're gonna get exposure is if we're everywhere. One of these days,
right.
somebody will find you because they'll be looking for something. It'll pop up. They'll look at it for a minute. They may like it. They may not. But and they may come back to it. So we'll have to see.
Well, I don't know how you're doing, but I've gotten, the networks has gotten a few views on Kick. I know that, so
I've noticed
at least
that
somebody's seeing something.
the live stuff is hit or miss. Sometimes people tune in, sometimes they don't. Like I said, like Murray didn't tune in tonight. Robinson hasn't been around tonight, but I know people have lives, and we're on early at 6 o'clock, and so I understand it. I'm not like pissed off, but I've noticed that I
Mhm.
get the live people go back and watch it when it's not live. They'll go back
Right.
like my intro to horror. I'm looking at it right now. My intro to horror, that episode,
Mhm.
I have 13 views. And that was you
Right.
putting it back up, remember? So, but yeah, that got 13 views. The Nightmare on Elm Street one got 11. So, like, no one's watching on this is Faith. This is YouTube, by the way. No one's watching right now,
Yeah.
but in the last week, 13 people watched the Friday the 13th. Then they watched the Nightmare on Elm Street one. 11 people watched that one. Um, I've
Mhm.
had 13 views on my games. Um, the first episode where it was the return of my return episode, I've had 30 people that have watched that one. So that's what I'm saying. They may not be watching us now. They may not be watching us
Right.
today, but they're still watching me, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
is that
no,
they're
that's
watching me.
yeah.
And when I go into my app
I mean,
for I get a lot of views, even on GTN. I don't I, I've gotten in the last couple days 52 views on the on-demand player. So so
oh, wow.
it yeah, so that's why I'm saying, it takes time. I was,
Mhm.
it takes a lot to um it takes time to build up something. Like I was just talking right there to
Yeah.
Ken,
No,
because B movie TV's leaving, or he was shutting it down, but
that's
he sold it. He sold it. So, um,
oh, he did sell it.
yeah, he did sell it. There's another streaming channel called American Horrors. They're also on Roku. He bought it. I think
Mm.
this guy who runs American Horrors, he's just down the street from me, in Kenosha, which is not like okay. When I say down the street, it's a good hour away. But if I compare this
Mhm.
guy to you, he's just down the street because you're a lot
Yeah,
farther away. So he's just down the street from me.
right.
So so
Mm.
he's taken over, and he's gonna keep my services. So he wants to keep the music moment on B movie TV. So that's good. Um
Mhm.
like he was asking how's things going with GTN, and I told him, we get the numbers are growing. On the live, for me, my live numbers are kind of stagnant. Um, but like
Mm.
his numbers have been growing for his show. And Murray's have been growing too. But it takes time, and I'm patient. You know, I'm like you.
Right.
You've been doing this for a long time. You're very, very patient. I'd have given up. The only, the only kind of deadline I have is my wife says if it doesn't do good within 2 years, she doesn't want me to pay for it anymore. So when that time comes, you'll just probably be like, okay, well then just we'll put everything on Rabbit and Red. So I mean, I'll have a place to go when if I can't pay for it anymore. But she's given me a window to do it. But I'm sure if you were married too, you probably would have been given a deadline by now. So stay single,
Well,
dude.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's well, that's the thing. I mean,
Okay, okay, don't stay
yeah,
single. You can have a girlfriend. Don't get married.
yeah, 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 that would not be, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, getting
First, you'd have to
married.
find somebody who'd be well, you have to find somebody who wants to marry you first. That's the, Uh, damn. And I thought I was gonna benefit from the music moment. Son of a bitch.
I can still put the older ones on there. It's not like exclusive. I can still give you some, but I can do something new for us for Rabbit Red TV. It's not a big deal. I'm flexible. It's not like I got anything going in my life, so I'm
Hoping
flexible.
I was hoping to pick up viewers, god damn it.
I can still make you something,
We
but I can.
need viewers on that goddamn TV.
I think we'll get them.
Although,
It's like everything else. It takes time. It takes time. We just gotta hope.
yeah, although, well, yeah, that's the big thing is hoping. Yes.
We just the thing with the network is the not Rabbit Red, but the TV station thing. The thing with that is we
Yes.
have to hope and pray. Well, for one, we got to hope and pray their servers aren't in the United States. That's
As
the
far as I know, they are not. They are Canadian.
okay. So that's good because so is Rumble, and you
Yeah.
can get away with murder on Rumble. Um, but that's the thing. We have to dodge the copyright monster. I'm not saying we put stuff on there that we shouldn't. I'm just saying, if we ever were to
Yeah.
put something on there that we shouldn't, we have to be careful for that. But it's up to the people. Like, if they're Canadian and they get a letter, they may be like, "You need to send a letter to them. It's not our problem." We're Canadian. We don't. So I don't know how it works, but things, like I said, things take time to grow. The problem with the TV station is we have to be very careful. We can promote it, but we can't be specific. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we could say, you should check out this classic B movie or this classic horror movie, but don't tell anybody like what it is.
Well, right. Like what well like what's on there now for Throwback Thursday.
See, what you need to do on your website is create like a picture that's like outstanding that you can like really notice. Like, like, for the best time of your life, click this link. And have it like where it stands out, and then have the button in there, and when they push it, it takes them to the TV. The only flaw I have with it, I don't know if it's just me or if it's them. It
Mhm.
loads slow sometimes. I
Yeah,
go to the
there
channel.
is some yeah, there is some issues with it does load slow sometimes or sometimes you have to refresh the page. I've noticed. Yeah.
Right. And we every once in a while we get that no sound issue. So
Yeah, which
hopefully
I'm
you
trying to
monitor
keep an eye on. So,
right.
yeah, I do monitor it. So, hopefully like we should be okay with that going forward because I do monitor it.
Yeah, you should sign in every. Yeah, I would. If I was in your shoes, I would have a second laptop and have the network running 24/7 on the laptop plugged into the wall, just running it, but with the mute button. And then every so often just go over to the laptop, unmute it, make sure there's sound, and then you can remute it. Because if there's no sound, you can use that same laptop to restart the station. Now, when you restart the station, does it pick up the movie where it started off, or does it where it left
Yeah,
off?
no,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I don't even think you notice. I don't even think you notice like a difference with the movie or anything. It just restarts the service. I don't even think you notice it.
When we're done
Because
here,
yeah.
I will. When we are done here, I will go to the channel and you can restart it,
Mhm.
and I'll see if it does anything.
Okay. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good
Right.
that
Like, I don't
sounds like
wanna
a
test it now because, but I think, that way it'll get give us an idea if anybody.
Right. And what's the yeah, because we have some big programming coming up this weekend. You have your, your new block over here. Oh no, I lost you. Oh no, no, I didn't.
You
I thought I lost
you
you.
went offline for a sec. Yeah, you went offline for a second.
Oh, did I? I didn't think I did because it didn't say
I
that I
think it
did.
was I think it was me. I tried to open something I probably shouldn't have.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah, because I don't know how this works, but if you look down on our little pictures down there, we have the Wi-Fi logos down there. Right now, I have mine's completely blue and filled. On your end, you have the top line is blank. You have
Oh,
three blues and no and the top one's blank. It's white. I don't know what it looks like on your computer.
yeah. Let me hold on a second.
It's right next to the listen off stage thing.
Yeah. Um, Mine. Oh my jeez, dude. Mine has just the.
Yeah,
Yours has all four are blue.
yours just dropped down to just the one.
Yes, that's how it looks right now. Is just the one.
Right. And you can't usually when you highlight something, it might tell you what it's for, but you can't highlight the blue thing because all it does is bring up the word remove scene. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what it is, what it does. So I'm just figuring it's our signal. But I'm hardwired. So mine shouldn't drop that often. Mine only drops as I open up tabs. As I open up tabs, it drops. But if I don't have any
Mhm.
tabs open, yours is probably weak because you're probably Wi-Fiing it, and you probably have other tabs open.
Well, I am Wi-Fiing it, and I do have a tab because our friend Saint Christopher, who does Freak Radio, just posted that the what is it? That tonight's episode was just uploaded to Dropbox right before we went live. So as this whole show was going on, I was just getting it together so it could still air tonight.
See, that's why your signal keeps going because you're using your computer, you're using the internet. So yeah, that's why. Like if you use just one tab and it was just us, you didn't do anything else, it wouldn't do that. So
Yeah.
that's why I have a
Oh,
song.
well, it
Because I tried to open up Rabbit and Red TV, and that's when you disappeared. So either that was my end or that was you doing something and it took you offline. Because your box was still there. It just said that you went offline.
yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
Like if I tried to upload a movie right now and onto the Google Drive or something, it would probably boost me offline. But
Well,
who
you have
knows?
gig speed, right? Oh, excuse me. You
Yeah, I
have
think
gig speed
yeah,
though, right?
I have gigs. Yeah, I have gig speed. I never get the
Oh,
full
then
gig
you should be able to do that,
because
no problem.
my grandson's on the internet, my daughter's on the internet, you know,
Mhm.
my doorbell cameras on the internet, my security cameras are all on the internet. So I got a lot of internet. So I never get the full amount. But like
Right.
if I did a speed test right now, um, let me see, just for shits and giggles, let me do a speed test. I have it bookmarked. Where the fuck is it? There it is. I'm supposed to get a gig. So with me streaming and everybody upstairs
Mhm.
streaming, let me see what my speed is. Let's see. See, it went up really high and then it dropped really bad. So right now, as it stands, I'm getting about 850, and I'm supposed to get
Oh,
a gig.
wow.
So that's
Well, I
not
mean,
bad. Oh,
no, that's not bad at all.
now my upload speed right now
Yeah.
is around 13. I'm supposed to get 30, but because I'm streaming, it's I'm sending a signal up with my video camera, so it's lagging it. So like right now is not the time to want to upload anything. Like if I was to go to Google
Yeah.
and try to upload a big file, it would take forever. But like earlier today, I uploaded that 2 GB file. It took like 10 minutes. If I
Mhm.
tried to upload that 2 GB file now, it'll probably take an hour. But my download speed, I'm almost at a gig. I'm at
Mhm.
854 megabits per second. So I'm almost at my gig. So yeah, I got good speed of good download speed, really good download speed. I can't
Dude,
complain
I'll
about
tell you
my
what,
download speed.
I must have good upload speed at the minute because this freak radio episode is like 428 megabytes, and it already is done. It took less than 5 minutes. I'm surprised.
Damn.
Holy shit! Because this my internet here is usually really fucking slow, just because it is, you know.
Right. So
Wow.
this is probably gonna go down as one of my lowest rated episodes, but I need consistency. It's like I don't know what to talk about. Nothing's been going on. We just had Halloween. I'm like, but if I don't have an episode, I'll just feel like, oh, he wasn't on last week. You know what I mean? I just feel like I need to be consistent.
Well, yeah, see, and that's how I was like with Rabbit and Red and stuff, because I was the same way. I, you know, I want that to be consistent too. That's the whole thing, is you need that consistency. If you don't have it, then it really just screws you, you know what I mean? Basically.
Right.
It does.
So that's why I said I'm gonna still do I mean, I wasn't feeling good earlier today, but I I tried not to do anything today. Like I said, I was messing with this Blu-ray drive and messing with the programs and testing it and testing Handbrake. And now I did have to download. It was free. I got to
Mhm.
find a better one, but I downloaded Power DVD 24 because
Oh,
VLC,
yeah, they have you do that. Yeah.
yeah, because VLC won't play a Blu-ray, and there's things you can do to do it, but
Wait,
I don't want to
wait,
get into
wait,
all that.
wait. VL Dude, are you sure VLC? Because I've played Blu-rays on VLC player.
I
When I rip them on my other laptop, I have VLC and it plays. That's how I
no,
test my burns and all.
I plugged in the DVD player. I put in the movie and I went to VLC and opened the disc and it said this disc cannot be played. You don't have the proper AACSS or whatever it was. So I don't have the proper codec stuff for VLC to play a Blu-ray. And I looked online and it said VLC was never designed for Blu-ray. So that wouldn't work. And it also when you open up Windows default program, which is called what
Mhm.
forgot it's right here. Windows Media Player. It wouldn't even let
Right.
you open the disk. It wouldn't even let you open the disk. When you went to go to the disk, all it shows you is all the folders that the Blu-ray has. So it won't even play Blu-rays on Windows Basic Player because
Weird.
I downloaded this program from Cyberlink and it lets you check your computer to see if it's capable of playing DVD, Blu-ray DVD, HD DVD, and 4K DVD. So that it's an old program if it's got HD DVD on there. But
Oh
um
yeah, but
my
still.
computer was compatible 100% with Blu-ray. I can't play 4Ks on here. I don't even have the proper processor to play 4K. So that means I can't 4K game on this thing either, but I don't care about that. If I want a 4K game, I'll put it on my Xbox or PlayStation.
Don't
Um,
worry, you can still rip them using that drive regardless.
right, I
Because
just
my
can't watch.
laptop can't handle it, but you can't well, see my laptop, once I rip them, I can play the ripped files in VLC.
It just won't be in 4K.
Right, but it's still honestly, it still looks good though,
Right.
because I've already,
Yeah,
but it's
but I
but
don't
you
have many 4K movies that didn't come with a
With a
Um,
Blu-ray? Yeah.
yeah, they mostly all
There's
come with Blu-rays, so
right.
but no,
You know, that's
I just, I very much like, but I didn't wanna do anything today. I laid back. I didn't focus on anything. I didn't, work on anything. I didn't make any videos, do any artwork. I didn't do anything
mhm,
because, I wanted to rest so I could have a
right.
because earlier today I was messing up everywhere. I sounded like I had Tourette's. I was using the wrong words for things and it was a mess. So I was worried I wasn't going to be able. That's why I didn't promote the show until after 5 cuz I was like, well, I think I can do it. So that's why I promoted it at 5 o'clock. But I was like, I
Right, yeah, and I was dude, like I said, I didn't know how it was gonna go. I was just playing it by ear. That
see
was,
with me,
you know.
if I'm too active during the day, I
Mhm.
get for some reason at the end of the night, I can't focus, I can't concentrate, I can't think straight. But if
Right,
I spend my day doing jack shit, I'm fine at night. But no matter what, I still around 8, 9 o'clock at night, I start to get tired and down. So, like, when I
mhm,
do those 3-hour episodes, they're fun, but I can't do them all the time because they took too much out of me.
right.
But like when I did the 2 Halloween ones, they were back to back. That really took a lot out of me. But
Oh, I'm sure,
that's why
yeah.
I only do when I was with you and I started sound sideshow. I think I was trying to deny my health problem, and I was doing 4-hour episodes, and I was
Yeah,
like,
they were 4 hours, dude.
yeah. And then when I left, I was like, I can't do 4 hours anymore. I can't. It was killing me. So I brought it down to 3 hours and then eventually down to 2 hours. And now, the most I'll go is like 2.5. I try to get off of there by 8:30, but I try to just do 2 hours. That's the good thing about playlists and soothing sounds. I record them early in the day, so I do better because they last a little longer. I can,
Right,
I'm more focused. But on the other side of they're shorter shows because I'm focusing on well, when it comes to playlist, I focus on one album. And most albums are usually only about 30 minutes to an hour long. With me talking, the most they've ever gone was 2, but that's rare. Usually they're an hour and a half, an hour to an hour and a half. And then soothing sounds, I don't know how it's possible and how I pull it off, but my soothing sounds usually end like perfect, like an hour and 1 minute, an hour and 5 minutes. I usually can I usually can get it to be exactly where I want it. At
right.
basically at an hour. I don't know how I pull that shit off, but I do because I don't I don't pick the music. Even when I record soothing sounds, I'm picking music as I go because
Mhm.
music is how you feel in the moment. I could pick a whole bunch of songs and make a playlist. And then when I go
Right,
to record, I could sit here and be like, "Well, I don't wanna listen to this shit today. I don't wanna listen to this shit." And who wants to sit and record a show for an hour and you don't like anything you're listening to? So, when it comes to music, I have to be in the mood for that music. So, in order to do that, I play on the fly. So, if anybody was ever curious, no. The only thing I do that's planned is the playlist because I pick an album. So, that's planned. But everything else I do on the fly. This show I usually plan, but today was on the fly. Um, I don't know. As the holidays get closer, I'll probably do some, holiday themed stuff, talk about holiday movies, so I'll be focused. Um, but it's too early to start that because it's not even December yet. Um,
I
but I
mean,
can't do the 25 days of Christmas because I don't want to be, I can't be on for 25 days. I mean, I could, but you have other shows, so I have to and I don't want to do,
Yeah, but
so
I would believe me, I would, dude, I would dump those shows in a second to make room for you.
but I'm definitely looking for uh I am going to do holiday stuff. Like I'm going to do one day will be like my favorite Rankin and Bass Christmas movies or Christmas
Ooh,
special. And there's a lot of those. And because of copyright, I think I'll just take screenshots. Because now that I have a Blu-ray player, I can put them
ah,
in, play them on my, play them on here, and take screenshots of them, and then um
right. Yeah, that is
use
true.
just because I don't think we'll get pegged for screenshots. I don't know anybody who's ever got pegged
No,
for a
no,
screenshot. So
no,
um
you won't get picked for that.
so I'll take screenshots and we can share those. But I think one week in December it'll be like my favorite. I'll talk about Rankin and Bass and say my favorite ones, and then another episode I might do for animated Christmas specials that aren't Rankin Bass, like Peanuts Christmas, because the Peanuts have more than one Christmas episode. So I could do uh, Peanuts, Charlie, Garfield, anything animated that wasn't Rankin Bass we can talk about. So there's two holiday episodes. Then we can do Christmas films, live action films. Talk
Mhm.
about some of our favorites. We could even break that
That's always
down
good.
into two separate episodes. Um, we could do Christmas movies from like the 50s to the 70s, and then the next week we could do 80s to now and break it down into because there's a lot of Christmas movies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s that you
Yes.
know. And then nowadays, most of your Christmas movies now, I don't know if people are into them like they used to be, but they're mainly on the Hallmark Channel. There's not too many.
Yes.
Nobody really makes Christmas stuff
Dude,
anymore.
Hallmark started playing Christmas movies fucking last week or a week and a half ago already.
Right. Now I don't watch those. They're too sappy for me, but there are still some decent Christmas movies. So, I'm going to plan out the holiday run for us, but
Mhm.
November, I don't know what I'm going to do cuz how do you celebrate Thanksgiving? I mean, on this day hundreds of years ago, the Indians brought us together and we had a peaceful meal, then we
Mhm.
killed them. I mean, it's not, how do you know, it's like you can't really celebrate, you know, with my sick sense of humor, it would end up, being that way. We had this great meal with the Indians, and then we killed them all and we stole their land and, gave them smallpox. And, so that's how my sense of humor is, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that dark humor and, you know, make it look like, I hate Indians or some shit. So probably won't talk about Thanksgiving very much, but um I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. This the month just started. Let me look at my calendar here. Now see, my birthday falls on a Wednesday.
Mhm.
So that music sideshow, the last I think it was a couple years ago
Oh,
cuz
you do it
I
on
did
your birthday?
yes. And there was also another music sideshow that I had when I was with you that was on my
Mhm.
birthday.
Oh,
So,
really? Was it on your
yeah, but
birthday?
I don't think I did. Yeah, so I think so. I can look. No, I think it was before my birthday. I'm looking right now because I have them all backed up. Because I'm a good boy. Everything I've ever
Yes.
done is backed up because
Yes.
um because I
It's
started
good
in
to
two
give
I
you that.
started I started in 20 Music Sideshow started in 2023. July 9th of 2023.
That is correct.
So no, my birthday episode was early. It was November 15th. November 15th. And then in 2024, I stopped in June, and that's when I left. So, and then I had a special episode. Oh, that's the Ace Frehley, so that's the new one. And then I came back to Sideshow in on October 1st. So I've only been doing it for a month, but I do have all the ones from 2023 and 2024 backed up. So yeah, I got everything backed up. Grandpa's Music Sideshow, Grandpa's Playlist, the audio of Grandpa's World, Rockin' the Decades, Soothing Sounds, Instrumental Insanity.
I'm surprised you don't put Rock of the Decades or the Country Music Show on GTN.
Yeah, because I have the Rockin' the Decades. I have all the 2024s and then all the ones from 2025. And then I have like all my music moments. There's 72 of them. I made 72.
Wow.
So yeah, I had the last one I did for Ken was Sepultura's Chaos AD album, and that was that was episode 72. And my first one was Kiss's Revenge. It doesn't have the date though. I didn't put the date I did it, and I don't know if you go into the properties if it shows its original date. Yes, it does. It was created on May 9th of 2022.
Oh wow.
So my first music moment for B Movie TV was I didn't even know you in 2022.
No.
So I've been doing this with Ken for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize I'd been doing it that long. That's crazy. So, but he's closing it, he's selling it, but I still have my merch. I got my B Movie TV hoodie with the logo on the back.
Mm-hmm. So is this person still gonna, call it B Movie TV and keep it like as it is, or is he gonna like
I
kind of
think he
merge
is
it with his own?
because Ken said that he knows his vision. So I don't know. He could run them separate. He could merge them together. I have no clue what they're going to do. Look at this top story. Okay, I don't like talking about politics because it gets me irate, but check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Trump administration must fund full SNAP benefits for November, judge rules. So let me ask you a question, Michael J.
Yes.
What are they going to do if Trump says, nope, not going to do it? What are you going to do? What are they going to do?
I saw another story that said that where he already said nope, he's not going to do it. Or
And that's what I'm saying.
They won't do anything. And then see, I heard a lot of different stories. I heard what you just said, and then I heard, what I just said, that he said nope. And now I'm hearing that they said SNAP recipients will get 66% of their benefit for November.
I'm going to believe Trump at this stage and say no one's getting shit in November.
I don't think so.
Because what I think happened is I think the judges said you have to. So I think SNAP, the USDA, I think they figured out that's where the 66% came from. They're like, okay, if we have to give people their food stamps in November, this is how much they're going to get because this is to cover everybody. You're only going to get 66%. And then Trump came out and said no. So now the USDA is like, okay, well, then no one's getting anything. But that's what I keep trying to tell. You go look online, all these people are like, well, he better do what the judge says. Or else what? I mean, are they going to – it's not me and you. If me and you don't listen to the judge, they're going to put out an arrest warrant, put us in jail. But are they going to put a warrant out for the president and arrest him? Fuck no. So if he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it. Now, I'm not here to discuss on this subject right or wrong. I'm just saying I think it's funny that people really believe that because the judge told the president to do something, he's going to do it.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous when you think like that.
Right. They're fooling themselves if they're fooling themselves if they're going to believe that. There's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way. nobody's going to. He's not going to listen. And he said today, if the government doesn't reopen by Friday, he's shutting down 40% of air traffic controllers.
Yeah, and I've heard. See, and this is the thing with that too. I'm hearing so many different stories on the shutdown where I heard like, okay, so there is like a path to, you know, but then I just saw before we started, I was looking and it said it doesn't seem like that there's gonna be any sort of an agreement because the Democrats, because they won big, with the elections on
Right.
Tuesday, that now they don't want to give in, which, so again, it's just a game of, dude, it's all just a big fucking game.
Well,
Like, against these
here's my
people.
issue. The Democrats won, yes,
Hmm.
and they won in some places like Georgia and stuff that aren't blue states, and they won some stuff there. But at the
Right.
end of the day, all these victories don't matter because the government's still closed. None of this stuff matters. It's only a local issue. The governor of Virginia has no bearing on the federal government. The
Hmm.
the the state house in Georgia has no bearing on the federal government. It's just what's going on within that state. Okay, so let's say the Democrats control the house in Georgia. That just means that they can block the stuff the Republican governor wants to do. But none of that makes a goddamn bit of difference to what's going
Right.
on in the federal government. Nothing that we as the citizens can do about what's going on in the federal government, we can't do shit until next year during the midterms. So
Right.
the Democrats, see, this is what the Democrats are doing, right? They're looking at this. Hey, look, we won all these elections today. People are pissed. They're going to they're going to back us and vote for us. So what? You're going to keep the government shut down until the midterms? Yeah, that's not going to happen, and that's not going to work. You're going to fuck us back. So it's like, so they say, okay, well, look, we won. We can reopen the government now. People are going to forget. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter about today's elections.
Right.
I'm pissed at both of them. They're both a bunch of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
The Democrats don't want to give in. They want all their demands met, and the Republicans don't want to give them any of their demands.
Right.
They need to come together and negotiate. And the Republicans got to realize they've got to give the Democrats something. But the Democrats got to realize they're not going to get everything they want, and they need to pick and choose which ones they really want. I know a lot of people affected by the changes in their health insurance, and their rates gone up sky high. My wife's went up pretty damn high. She's
Mm.
paying like $30 more every week than she used to because on the health insurance. So everybody's feeling it, not just the Obamacare people, but people who have jobs and get benefits through their job. Even their rates are going up.
Right.
So I am on the Democrat side on this aspect about the health care, but the Republicans are making it all about goddamn immigrants. And it's not just the immigrants. Everybody who's getting health insurance is getting fucked. Not just the Obamacare people. It's everybody. So I want them to do something about the rising healthcare costs. So as it comes to
Hmm.
that, I'm on the Democrat side. But no one wants to talk. No one wants to work on it. No one wants to negotiate.
No.
And you've even got people
No.
like Marjorie Taylor Greene who wants them to negotiate, and her own party won't listen to her. So it's like it's fucking ridiculous. And this is what I've been trying to say, and I said this on a post on YouTube yesterday on one of my Second Amendment posts. I follow a Second Amendment YouTube guy called Washington Gun Law. He's a lawyer out of Washington State, and he does gun stuff. And I posted a comment. Now is the time we need to stop blaming politicians for all the problems we're having and start blaming the people who voted for them. Because if you vote for somebody who doesn't believe in the Second Amendment and then they go against the Second Amendment, it's not their fault. They told you they didn't like the Second Amendment. It's your fault for voting for them.
Right.
People need to People need to stop going, I'm a Republican, I'm going to vote for Republicans. I'm not telling Republicans to vote for Democrats, but I'm telling them if there's a Republican that they know isn't going to be on their side on something, then don't vote for him. Now, I'm a straight up Constitution person. I believe in the Constitution, and I believe that's the cornerstone of our country. So anything that goes against the Constitution pisses me off, and I don't like to vote for. Like, I knew this Pam Bondi chick was bad news for the Second Amendment because of her stance on guns when she was the Attorney General in fucking Florida. So I knew she was going to be bad news, but no, she'll do what Trump says. And she does, but no one's doing anything about guns. The gun laws in Illinois are still fucked up, but no one cares. They're banning ARs, they're doing this, they're doing that. So when it comes to the Constitution, just like when Trump said he wants to get rid of the birthright thing, I was mad because it's a constitutional amendment. If you're born in this country, regardless of your parents' citizenship, you're a citizen of the United States. Do I agree with that? No. Two tourists on vacation in the United States and something happens and there's a mishap or something and she actually gives birth while she's on vacation, he shouldn't be a fucking citizen because they were here on vacation. So I don't agree with it, but it's the Constitution. It needs to be left alone until an amendment is done, and it needs to be done properly. So I didn't agree with Trump wanting to get rid of it, but I also don't agree with Illinois, and so I love the Constitution, and I don't like politicians who abuse the Constitution. So that's where I stand on things. But you've even got your guy, your fucking guy in Pennsylvania, the stroke guy. What's his name? The one that's always wearing the sweatpants guy and the hoodie guy.
Yep.
He even wants the fucking shutdown to be over, and he voted with the Republicans to end it. So you've got Republican senators pissed at their party, you got Democrat senators pissed at their own party, and in the meantime, people are starving, and I don't think that's right. I'm not going to get into a debate with these people about food stamps. Do people abuse food stamps? Yes, they do. But that's not the point right now. The point right now is there are people out there who actually use them, who actually need them, and actually have they have full-time jobs, but they just don't make enough. So they get supplemental SNAP to help pay for their food. Right. They may not be getting a lot, but that $100 a month or $200 a month really helps. Yes, there are people out there who get thousands of dollars a month. Are they skimming? Are they faking? Are they frauding? I don't know. That's a debate for another time and another group of people. I'm just saying as it stands right now, there are legit people who legitimately deserve the food stamps and need the food stamps who are how are they going to eat? So it pisses me off that they all, and that's what I'm saying. We voted for these people to do what we want them to do. They closed the government because they want to. Because they say it's they're just trying to help us. But when the public says, hey, end it, man, let's get it over with. Well, we're looking out for you, so we're going to keep it closed. But that's not what we want. They don't care. And that's what I'm saying. This government's not closed because the people want it. The government's closed because a bunch of people who don't give a shit about you want it closed. Like, I got the best news ever today. You probably got it too. Nancy Pelosi ain't running again, baby. Woo!
I saw that she's retiring, and it's like,
Crypt Keeper is going home.
Yep.
I looked at the article. 40 years she's been. 40 years. Wow. That's a career. That's a career. So that's what people say. People need to really focus on that. She's been a senator for 40 years. She's a millionaire. Where has she worked other than the government for the last 40 years? Yeah, she had a job and stuff before she became a senator, but where is she making her money? If she's making it on stocks, that's how much insider trading helped her make money. I don't think senators and congressmen should be able to get stocks while they're in office because they know things.
Definitely not.
So, but 40 years, that's too long for one person. And that's the problem. Nancy Pelosi didn't need to be there for 40 years. She
Nope.
should have been voted out a long time ago. Now I don't live in California, so
Yeah.
I can't vote for her. But you're meaning to tell me in the last 40 fucking years nobody came along that would have done a better job than her. Even and that's the problem. No Democrats ran against her. She just kept. That's what I'm saying. If I was a Democrat, I'd be like, damn, I could do a better job than her. I'm going to run against her. And if I don't win, I'll try again in 2 years. And I'll try again. I'll try again. I'll try again. That's the problem. Nobody, they just, she's our girl. Let her keep going. And she's fucking term limits. I believe in term limits.
Yeah.
Some people are against them.
100%.
Some people are against them. Some people are like, well, if someone's doing a really good job, I don't want them replaced. I don't care. Term limits.
No,
yeah, it would be a shame to see a senator go who does a good job, but if you do, everybody should be, because it's just it. If you go back in time and look at the forming of our government, holding a government job wasn't supposed to be a job. It was supposed to be it was supposed to be the duty of a person to run for office and help the citizens. The president was a long-term seat for 4 years, but even our presidents can only serve for 8 years, but the rest of these goons can sit there for 40, 50 years. How does that make fucking sense?
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Like,
really doesn't.
Right. And like, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I didn't like Biden. I don't like Trump. But at the same time, there's things Trump has done that I approved of. He's not a total loser. There was things that Biden did. My problem with Biden was you could tell there was something wrong with him. And he should have been removed. That last year, man, he was, I don't know. It just.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Right.
It was horrible. Horrible.
Right. But
horrible.
I don't like following politics because all it does is piss me off. That's all it does. All it does is piss me off. It makes me angry, makes me hate people, and I don't want to hate people. So it's like, like that Aaron Lewis guy. I hate that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, it's
been a while.
Yeah, and that's why I get upset about things, you know. But that's why I like to stick to my conspiracies. Maybe we should talk about some conspiracies next week because I'm interested.
We could bring Mind Jack to Grandpa's world.
Grandpa's World presents Mind Jacked. Because I love everybody's thoughts on that 3-eye atlas, that asteroid that Harvard professor Avi Loeb said could have possibly be an alien thing. But here's the thing about science, and this is what I want people to understand. And they laugh about UFOs, they laugh about this, they laugh about this. When you have scientists for decades telling you this is the way things go, this is physics, this is the way it is, and that's that. And then a rock comes out of nowhere and starts doing things different. Like the comet tail. Oh, a comet's tails always face away from the sun. Well, this new interstellar object, the tail was facing the sun. Oh, we've never seen that before. Okay, so you just admitted you don't know jack shit. And if we want to believe in UFOs, then go fuck yourself. We can believe them. And for you to sit there and say, no, they don't exist. Like, I believe that there used to be life on Mars. But, you know, it got extinct because of the atmosphere got changed and the planet died. But do I believe there were humanoids on Mars? No. But I believe there were creatures like here. I believe there could have been dinosaur-like creatures that roamed Mars. I think it was green, full of water. I think there was life everywhere. Something happened. The atmosphere, it dissipated. The planet died, and so did everything else. Why haven't we found any fossils? Well, because the rover doesn't dig that deep, I think. And that would be like, me going in my backyard. There's been millions of years of stuff living in this planet. So my yard should have fossils, right? Well, if I don't find any, then it must mean no life existed before me because I don't find it buried anywhere. Have you ever, we go outside every day and there's like what, a bazillion birds everywhere. When's the last time you found a dead bird?
I don't think I've ever found a dead bird anywhere.
Right. Now, some people find dead birds all the time, depending on where they live. Like, say, you live somewhere where there's a lot of owls or predators, or you own a shit ton of cats, you might come across it. But the average person probably doesn't ever see dead birds. And then when they do, it's usually a baby that fell out of the nest. So because I haven't found a dead bird, there must not be any birds. And that's the way I feel. Just because they haven't found any dead animal bones on Mars doesn't mean there aren't dead animal bones on Mars. So that's my conspiracy theory. That's what I believe in. But for scientists to tell me, no, nothing could have ever lived there. Well, you said comet tails always faced away. And this one, because everything about this comet or 31 Atlas, whatever everything about it is all wrong. And then you hear them say nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. But then they turn around and say that some of the planets and other galaxies are moving away from each other faster than the speed of light. Well, how is that possible? You said nothing can travel. That's why I think science, I love science. I love it. But they're pompous assholes. They're like the Rolling Stone of the science world, scientists, because if it goes against physics, it doesn't exist. But when something comes up, they're the first to be like, this makes everything about physics seem so wrong. This opens our eyes to new things. So that just proves that maybe some of us aren't so crazy after all.
Right? Definitely not.
You got to be open-minded, man. Can't be closed-minded.
That's the problem. There's too many closed-minded people in the world today, I think. And that's the biggest problem that we have at this point.
Yep. Just like I saw a video the other day of a Gen Zer yelling and blaming Gen X for the world we live in today. Like, hold on now. Us Gen Xers, we never got the keys to this kingdom. If you look at the politicians that are alive today, they're either leftovers of the silent generation, they're either boomers, or they're fucking millennials. I don't know that many. Our vice president of the United States is a fucking millennial. So Gen Xers never controlled shit. And like I told my wife, I said, if Gen X truly ever had power and control, we'd all be high and drinking Boone's Farm all day long.
Yep.
So don't blame Gen X for all this bullshit. We're just as pissed off about it as you. But none of us wanted to run for office. None of us had ambitions like that. We wanted to work and make money and buy nice things. And, buy collectible Star Wars toys and fucking play video games. We didn't want to do anything important. Buy a house, buy a car. We wanted to have material things and have fun. Maybe some of us should have ran for office, but it's too late now.
Yep. At this point, it's too late.
Yeah. But can you believe that? The vice president is a millennial. Can you believe that shit?
Wow. So wait, so how old is he? Because what's a millennial again?
He's like 44 or 43. Let me bing him real quick.
He's younger than me? Ew.
Yeah. Not JD Vance and Erica Kirk. Why? I don't care about that. Just JD himself. He was born in 1984.
God damn it.
Yep.
He's fucking 5 years younger than me.
The second most powerful man in the United States, politically. And he's a millennial. Can you believe it? Not a Gen Xer, but a fucking millennial. That's fucking crazy, isn't it?
I can't stand it. I think that's horrible. It should not be that way.
Right.
It should not be that way.
Right. And then our president, he's not even a boomer because he was born in 1946.
Oh, yeah, he's pushing 80 himself
Yeah.
over there.
Okay. No,
He's
he is a baby boomer. Baby boomers were born in 1946 to 64. So our president is a boomer. He's the first generation of boomers. So he is a boomer. But Biden was older. Biden was born in 1942.
Yeah.
So Biden wasn't a boomer.
No.
He
Damn.
was the 1942 generation. They're the silent years. So if Trump had been born 1 year earlier, he would be silent generation, but he is a boomer. But still, I proves my point. If you look at all the
Yes.
politicians, they're either leftover silent generation motherfuckers, they're either boomers or they're fucking millennials. There's hardly any Gen Xers in there.
Oh my god, it's just weird to think about.
Yeah. I mean, the 90s is like 30 something fucking years ago. That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, that really, like, that really is fucking sad. Like, it just, that's horrible.
Like 30 years ago today. Why is it telling me? Okay, I put in 30 years ago today and it gave me Saturday, November 6th, 2055. I didn't ask about it. Got so on this
25th.
day,
Christ.
it was September. Why is it? I asked 30 years ago today in history, and it's telling me September 24th. It is November. It is fucking November.
That is
Oh my god.
it's wrong.
Fucking yeah, Bing. Fuck. Let me go to Google. Let me ask this question to Google and see if it gives me the right answer, because that was not the right answer. Now, see, it gives me a thing. 30 years ago in 1994, the end of
Mhm.
apartheid. The first link, Toy Story is 30 years old this year.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is. That's right. I
And
forgot.
obviously, they're not doing anything for it because it came out in November of 2000 in 1994. Is that was
I'm
the first movie
surprised.
me and my wife ever went to see on our first date.
Oh wow. Wow. That was wow. So you guys have been together since '94.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, dude, congratulations are in order for that. Holy shit.
Okay, not 1994, 1995. My bad.
95.
It
That's right.
Yeah, 95. It was November 22nd, 1995. So that's
Hold
still
on. So that was your first date.
yeah.
So is that like when did you meet her?
I met
Do you
her
remember?
in well, I had seen her all summer long because she used to come into the gas station I worked at. But
Right.
but we started dating. We started hanging out with each other. And talking to each other long before. But our first official date was November 22nd, and then I went to her house for Thanksgiving.
Ah.
No,
It's a shame that you guys didn't have your first official date on September 29th, 1995.
right,
That's a
because
much that's a much more significant day.
right. I mean, because we knew each other before our first date. We knew each other before,
Mhm.
but um, uh, I don't. We weren't official. in my opinion, we weren't official till we went on that date. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just if I said, our friendship has been 30 years, then I would say our friendship's, a little longer, but our first official date. So yes, I have been with the same woman for 30 years. Come November 22nd, around that
Wow.
area.
That
We didn't
is
go on opening night, but you know, I ate Thanksgiving dinner with her family that in the year of 95. So if you're eating Thanksgiving dinner with your if you're if you if the woman you're married to, you went to her house for Thanksgiving in November of 1995, then you've been with her for 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
yes, 100%.
But I
100%.
but we weren't married until 1990. See, our daughter was born in 96. We got married in 97. So there's a 2-year. So our we're getting ready to celebrate our 28th wedding anniversary, but we've been together 30 years. So I like to say the 30-year part because marriage is just a piece of paper. I have literally been with her for 30 years.
Right.
But as it comes to anniversaries, we celebrate them legit. So this will be our 28th wedding anniversary this year. So
Mm.
it's a long fucking time.
I mean, it is, but I just think, it's so cool that you guys were together for as old as Halloween 6 is. That's great.
So yeah, so that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm
People,
saying, dude. September 29th, if that would have been your first date, dude, you would have
I
got
knew
me
her in
crying if that
September.
was your first date.
No, but I knew her in
Wow.
September because I had seen her all summer
You
long and we
shouldn't
talked and
actually go to
stuff.
that movie.
And she got a job at the gas station I was at, so I knew her. I knew her when Halloween 6 came out. It's the year we met. We met in 1995, but we didn't start dating till the end of the year. So either way you look at it, even if you go back to I've known her since the first time I met her, it's still 30 years regardless of how you look at it. 1995 was our year period. So 30 years is 30 years.
I'm just surprised
That's
that
when I
it's a shame that you didn't just, have that date 2 months earlier and just been like, "Let's go see
no,
Halloween,
she
the
don't
Curse
well, she doesn't like horror movies,
of
so
Michael
it
Myers."
wouldn't have.
Donald
It's weird.
Pleasance from Fantastic Voyages in it.
She doesn't like horror
Oh,
movies,
no.
but she likes horror, some of them. Like she loved she loves the original It. She loved the
Mhm.
remake.
Oh, that's great.
She liked It Part 1, Chapter 1, whatever. Neither one of us really cared for Chapter
Yeah.
2. I wish the
Yeah,
way they remade
I'm the
it
same.
still flowed the way. It fits better when they would go back and forth from young to adult, young to adult, young to adult, instead of telling us
Yeah.
one movie of young and one movie as an adult. So the second one, it didn't suck, but I didn't prefer Chapter 2. Chapter 1 was way better.
Yeah.
Um, but she liked it. Like I said, she wants to watch Welcome to Derry. She liked Stranger Things until it got weird. We both stopped watching it, but yet she doesn't like Friday the 13th. She doesn't like Halloween. She doesn't like Nightmare on Elm Street. But certain things that are horror she'll watch, depending. Like she loves the anthology stuff. There's this movie that we need to watch that's on Shudder, AMC Plus, whichever one you choose. It has the guy who played Mr. Krabs. It's an anthology of horror movies. I forgot the name of it. Uh, let me look at
See, I like anthologies. That would be
yeah,
interesting.
she likes it. She likes anthologies. Uh-oh. I wish I could show this trailer, but I can't. There's a trailer
Why?
for
What's wrong
Paramount.
with it?
Oh, it's Paramount Plus's Starfleet Academy. I hope it's not bad. And then there's another trailer for This Is Michael. Jafar Jackson.
Oh,
Out
yeah, Jafar. I heard
2026.
they were doing a Michael Jackson biopic.
Is Jafar his son? Or is that
No,
just
I
so
don't know who
or
the
is it
fuck Jafar is. honest with you.
or is it just
I think it's just
yeah,
somebody with a Jackson last name.
yeah. Michael Jackson is played by his real life nephew. So Jafar Jackson
Oh,
is
it's
his
oh,
nephew. Yeah. Let me see
mm.
who his this is the first thing he's ever done too. Um this is Jermaine Jackson's boy.
Oh, I see.
So there we go. But what I was looking for the anthology, let me look up SpongeBob SquarePants because I can't remember dude's name. And as soon as I see his name, I'll fucking be mad at myself because I love the actor. He's fucking awesome. Um Clancy Brown.
Oh, shit.
Clancy Brown
Yeah.
plays him. And Clancy Brown is in I mean hell, he was in Shawshank. He was in Pet Cemetery too, for God's sakes.
Yes.
I mean, Mr.
Clancy Brown's
Krabs
been in a lot of stuff.
yeah. Mr. Krabs is his longest running thing though. Because everything SpongeBob he's in,
I
like
didn't even know that
everything.
he did that.
He, so he's probably been in like, 1,000 fucking SpongeBob things. Um and he's in video games that has SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs, so he doesn't ever have to work. I mean, if you look, the first things he's in, okay, SpongeBob the movie, Search for SquarePants in 2025. Then he's in something called Regretting You. And then he's in SpongeBob SquarePants. He's been in 292 episodes of SpongeBob. Then he's in 13 episodes of the Patrick Star Show. And then he's in something called It's a Yubby Nubby Ewok Murder Party, a live staged reading of Star Wars. He played Darth Vader. That was in 2025. So he does a lot of stuff, but this movie that I'm looking for, me and my wife want to watch it. It's old. I think it came out in 2020. That's why it's taken me a minute. But he's like a crypt keeper type character. The Mortuary Collection it's called. Yeah. The Mortuary Collection.
Ah,
It's an anthology where this girl, I guess, sneaks in. It was a Shudder original, so it'll never come off of there. I guess she sneaks into this place or something, but he tells her a bunch of horror stories. And we really want to watch it because, like I said, my wife really does like, um, she really likes anthologies. But yeah, it's weird because she doesn't like horror movies. She doesn't like Puppet Masters. She doesn't like anything. She really hates B movies. She can't stand B movies. But so yeah, even if we were dating then, we wouldn't have gone to see Halloween 6. So,
that's a shame.
but you'll be proud to know
That's
the first time I ever watched Halloween 6 though was on a VHS tape.
as it should be.
Rented it at the video store.
Was it in 1996?
No, I think it was 97 is when I would have rented it. I don't think it came out on VHS till the following year.
It came out. Yeah, it came out in 90. It came out September 10th, 1996. It came out on
On
VHS,
VHS?
and I know that because I was waiting for it for a year, and I would call video stores. I would call Blockbuster sometimes twice a week to try to find the
See,
release date.
at least
And
you
then
went to
it's,
the
you know,
theater and
yeah.
saw it. I had to wait. See, but people don't know the pain and suffering we went through when you didn't go to the theater to see a movie and you had to wait a year
Uh,
to be able
I
to go
know.
rent it. Now it's coming out on
I know.
streaming or it hits the theater for 30 days and then it's streaming already. People nowadays are spoiled.
Dude, the Black Phone 2 came out October 17th. It's already available on demand on
Right. And
PVOD.
probably by the end of the
You know,
year,
for
it'll be on
$25.
Peacock or some shit, It
Probably,
it
but
goes to
I'm
the
gonna
theater
use
for
that
30.
TV app to watch it.
Yeah. It goes to the theater, and then after 30 days, it goes to Vudu and On Demand and Prime and all that. And then
Mhm.
probably in December, it'll drop on fucking Peacock or some shit. So, yeah, now it's nothing. You can wait, no biggie. Nobody knows the pain like me. I went and saw Star
Mhm.
Wars in a theater. Do you know how long I had to wait before I saw it again? Because it didn't air on TV until the 80s. It did,
And
and it,
V
I
and
don't even remember
obviously
what I don't remember what year it was released on beta. But like I bet you I waited it. I bet you after the first time I saw Star Wars, I didn't see it
oh,
for
you know
4
what?
years
I'm
maybe.
gonna I'm I'm gonna let me Star Wars beta release. Oh, did I tell you? Rhodes fucking bought that fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre
The one that I bought,
documentary. I
did he get
sent.
the one with the shirt
Oh
or
yeah,
did he
'cause I
buy
sent
the
that. No, no, he was gonna get the shirt, but he said it had Chinese writing on it, and he didn't like it. So
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it. I was like, "Eh." But yeah, I got it. I'm still waiting to see. Oh wait, you got it too.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't hesitate. I want to see all those cuts.
dude. Well, I'm telling you, that dude. As soon as I saw it had that Wizard VHS cut, I was like, "You're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine."
Mhm. So
Jesus Christ! I
what's
Google fucking Star Wars beta release date, and it came up with a fucking Star Wars um um
type in
first.
Betamax?
Is Betamax one word or two?
It's one word.
First Betamax. See, I never had a fucking beta player. I feel like I was deprived.
I'm gonna try and see if my dad still has one. I'd like to get it from him. That and his Laserdisc player.
Star Wars was first released on Betamax for rental on May 27th, 1982, and for purchase on September 1st, 1982. The first
So
release was
I
for
didn't.
rental only, and the film was later available for purchase.
Well, my dad owned a copy, so it was 1982. But I did go see it in '77 with my mom. We waited in line forever. Now, when did Star Wars first air on broadcast television?
Star Wars first TV broadcast. Star Wars first TV broadcast. Um, the
I know it
first
was on
network
CBS.
television broadcast of Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope was on CBS on
That
February 26th, 1984 at 8 p.m.
because I remember
Prior,
uh,
yeah,
Carol O'Connor, Archie Bunker did a thing saying we won't be on tonight because of the debut of Star Wars. Um, so see, I
prior to
saw it.
that, it was only on HBO.
I saw it in 1977 with my mom, and then I didn't
Hmm.
see it again until on beta. So that was what, four? That was 5 years.
Yeah, dude. So before you saw that on beta, Empire had come out. So
Yeah,
didn't they re-release Star Wars for Empire or something? Like,
no,
didn't they
I didn't do
re-release
that shit.
Episode 4
I don't
before?
think they did. They might have, and I don't know because I was so young. Because in '77 I was 6,
Right.
so in '82 I was 10. No, in '80. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said '82. I'm thinking Jedi, and that was '83. In 1980 I was 9. So I wouldn't remember if they re-released it or not. I just remember a family member. I don't remember. I think it was my mom, but I'm not sure. My mom took me to see Star Wars. I don't know who took me to see Empire. And me and my neighbor John went and saw Jedi together. Um, but so yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They don't. it may have been a pain to wait a year to see Halloween 6, but you got to remember, I waited 5 years before I could see Star Wars again.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know.
I had to go. I had to go see. I had to go see Star. I had to go see Empire Strikes Back and just remember what happened in '77 because I hadn't seen it in so long. So yeah, that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. Some of us Gen Xers, we know how to suffer. We know how to suffer.
yeah, and it's just like you remember how they used to have like the like when a movie was out for maybe like 2 months or 3 months, it went to like the dollar movie theater, like the second run movie theater. And
Yeah,
I
the dollar
remember
theater. Yeah,
that yeah, Halloween 6 went to fucking the dollar theater in it came out September 29th. It was in the dollar theater in November. And I had wanted to go and see it in the dollar theater. And I distinctly remember when I asked my dad, I'm like, I want to go see it in the dollar theater. You know what he told me?
what?
He said, "No, you already went to see it. You don't need to pay to see it again."
I spent a lot of time at the dollar theater. I would wait. I would wait the 4 or 5 months and go see it at the dollar theater, and then I would go multiple times to see a movie because it was only $1.
Yep.
Now granted, I could go see a movie back in the 80s, for only I think it was what the average ticket price was what, like $3. Um, let me see. Average.
Oh yeah, in the '80s. Well, you would go, dude. I remember back in the day when fucking you could go to a movie before 6 o'clock and it was like 375, and then after 6 it was 675.
The average ticket
I
price
remember
in
that.
the 80s was $2.69. So when it was $1, you weren't saving much.
Right.
And then by the mid 80s it had rose to 355, and then by 1990 it was at $4.23. But you could still see, I wanted to wait. I would wait.
Mhm.
Even
Yep.
if even when it was a $3 ticket, I would still wait because I don't care what anybody says. I remember, and it's always been the same. Theater ticket prices have always been high compared
Mhm.
to, or have always been low compared to how much it costs to get the food inside.
Right.
Like I can go to the movie theater now and it's what? How much is a ticket now? Shit, I don't even know.
Uh,
You've been to the movies recently. How much did you pay for just the ticket?
well, if it was like, well, I normally would go like in the afternoon. So
Okay.
for one ticket, it's like 15.
Right. So, but and then how much do you think it would cost to get your large popcorn and your large soda? It's probably more than the ticket.
Well, I've gotten well, the large popcorn is about 12
See?
or 11, and I would get like a bottle of water, and that was like 6 or 7.
Right. See? That's what I'm saying. Even back in my day in the 80s, the refreshments were still more expensive. Not like they are today. But, it's like $2, let's just say $3 to get into the movie. It was probably $5 for the popcorn and then like 80 cents or something for the sodas used to be cheap. I don't know why they're so expensive these days. Sodas used to be fucking cheap. Um, but the popcorn was, maybe $5, and that would get you a big one. You could get a little one for less than the price of the movie ticket, but if you're gonna sit for an hour and a half, you want that big fucker. You don't want that little
Oh,
ass
you yeah,
tub.
you certainly do. And I used to get the butter on it back in the '80s too.
Yeah, and there's something about movie popcorn that tastes better than
Mhm.
at home and tastes
Oh,
better than
yeah.
microwave. So when I go to the theater, when I would go, it was always large. But I have a recipe on how to make movie theater popcorn at home. But you got to buy something special from Amazon. It's this white. It's called coconut butter or something. It's like this huge tub of yellow, thick yellow stuff. We have the recipe. We just haven't done it yet, but I have the recipe. One day I will try it, but I love movie theater popcorn.
Yes.
That's the best. And that butter, man, that golden butter that they put on top is it's awesome.
Dude, I stopped getting the butter on it. Now I just get the popcorn as it is and just eat that. And that's,
I always have them.
but
I always ask them to layer it. Put a little bit of popcorn in the tub, butter, then some more popcorn, then butter on top. I like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't like
Oh,
too
yeah.
much butter. You get these people who want extra butter, and all it does is make it soggy. Like, no, 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 no,
Yeah, oh god, yeah. That's oh, it really did get I remember that. I hated that. Like, there was a few times where, yeah, you'd ask for the extra butter. Like, my parents, when I was, like, younger, they would ask for extra butter, and it's like, "Do you want some popcorn with that fucking
no.
flooded fucking bag of, like" they'd have to have the fucking bag or bucket, they'd have napkins wrapped around the bottom of it because it'd be fucking leaking the it's like that just wasn't you know what I mean? I don't know, I just didn't like it if it was like that
Right.
because it just
No,
seemed like too
I
much.
don't like it that way either.
It
Well,
definitely
anyway,
seemed too much.
I guess we'll wrap it up because my ears are hurting. Um, so let's do our let me get almost dropped my phone. Let me get my cheat sheet because that's how I roll. I'm a cheat sheet kind of guy.
Mhm,
So let us do Rabbit and Red first, shall we? Do. Okay, so Mondays, all times for Rabbit and Red are Eastern. 7 p.m. Mondays, the current cut. Now, I know there wasn't one this week because of an editing snafu, but don't you worry. Normally, Mondays, 7 p.m., the current cut. And then
yes.
Tuesdays, God willing, there will be a Rabbit and Red Radio Live. That starts at 6 p.m. And then This is Ska, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. And
Mhm,
then Grandpa's World, like now, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, or 6 Central. I throw the 6 Central in there for my listeners, who are for my Central
yes.
people. And then
Mhm,
later on Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern, you have St. Christopher Presents Freak Radio, which Michael J was working on earlier. And then
and the
anything
Will-Be Do
Posse,
tonight.
anything Posse, Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern. And if you're asking,
Mhm,
where do I watch these? Well, if you're asking and you're watching this now, you're probably dumb because you already know where you're watching it. But if you want to tell your
mhm,
friends, voice crack. If you want to tell your friends where to watch it, they can either go to rabbitandredpodcastnetwork.com. They can go to
mhm,
facebook.com/real rabbit and red radio, or they can go
mhm,
to youtube.com/rabbit and red podcast network.com. There's also Rumble. You can go to Rumble, look it up. We're also on Kick, but it's new. So you can go there. Also on Twitch, you can look that up there. But those are the 3 definite places you can go. Make sure you go there because, well, I told you
mhm,
so. Told you what to do. Do it. Do it.
yes.
Now, as for GTN Radio, what do we have for there? Well, tomorrow night is Big Mer Presents. It's going to be a rerun. He had so much going on, roofers, all sorts of stuff. He wasn't able to get to it this week. Just he said he had too much traffic in his house. So this week's I'm gonna replay his very first one, Testament. So it's gonna be a rerun. So if you've heard it already, then tune in anyway. Tune in anyway. Saturday, I'm doing a rare album from the band Paris from 1973 or 74, one of the two. That's on Grandpa's playlist. That'll be Murray's show starts at 9 p.m. Central. Grandpa's playlist on Saturday starts at 8 p.m. Central. Sunday morning, because I got it fixed. It won't be on too early. I fixed the time zone problem or the daylight savings time problem. 10 p.m. Central. 10 a.m. Central. 10 a.m. Central. Soothing sounds. So make sure you check that out. And then Tuesday at 6 p.m. At 8 p.m. Central, 6 Pacific for Ken's California people. Getting Live with Ace is on. So make sure you check that out. And that brings us to Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central for Grandpa's Music Sideshow. We also have Tyree Lee, who's bringing back his Tyree's Tavern. Don't know when it's going to start, but he announced it on his page, so it's coming. Just have to let you know when. You want to email me? It's grandpathenerd@protonmail.com. That's grandpathenerd@protonmail.com. You can also, anything you need to know, get a hold of me or anything else, you can do it at grandpathenerd.com. There's a link from a new store at TeePublic. I got some pretty cool, nifty little designs, so make sure you go check it out. So the link says at the top, my new store. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Grandpa's Playlist and all the other social medias under Grandpa the Nerd. And also on YouTube as Grandpa the Nerd. And with that being said, I think I plugged everything except for when you go to the Rabbit and Red website,
Yep.
Rabbit and Red TV. You never know what you're going to see. I mean, I know what you're going to see, but I'm not going to tell you. Go to the show, and there's a schedule there. You can click on the schedule, and you can see exactly what's coming on, what you missed, and what's coming on. And if you see something you like that you missed, you just got to keep tuning in. I'm sure it'll rotate. It'll come back. Might come back, might not. I don't know. Tune in. Tune in and find out.
And remember, your blocks start this weekend.
All right. So Rabbit and Red TV. You got the Kung Fu. You got the kids stuff. Rabbit and Red TV. Check it out. Links on the Rabbit and Red website. Do it. I should put the link on my site too. Now that I think about it, I have to do that. Because I have the link I have it bookmarked, so I think I will tomorrow. I'll do it. So anyway, that's all the plugging. You got anything else to add?
No, I think hopefully next week we'll have some good news to announce on the film front.
Yep.
With your feature film debut coming up, hopefully soon.
Yep, that'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So, well, we may have news next week. What is next week's episode going to be about? I still don't fucking know, but I'll come up with something. I'm thinking conspiracies. We'll see. So, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week, and yeah, we'll be back. We'll see you. Bye.